Well, good evening, everyone. This is Tim Terranova, the proud superintendent of the Victor Central School District. And we are on our February edition of the town hall. I got two awesome groups of high school students on with me. The first is our representatives from our amazing robotics program. And then we also have three representatives from the high school musical Spamalot, which will be going on in about 3 weeks. So we're excited to have both groups. I'll ask them each some questions and just really glad to have them all on. So guys in the robotics group, why don't you introduce yourselves, please?
Hi, I'm Kyle. I'm a junior, and I am the software lead of the robotics team.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I am a freshman and I'm on manufacturing.
And I'm Nolan. I'm a junior and I'm the team captain of the robotics team.
Thank you. And then Jay, why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Jaden Smith. I'm a senior. I'm playing Sir Lancelot in the show.
And then the other two could go on. Whoever wants to go first.
Go ahead.
Do you want to go, Tessa?
You can go.
All right. Are we also saying our character names then? That's fine. I'm Alex Repass. I am a senior and I'm playing King Arthur.
I'm Tessa Peony. I'm also a senior and I'm playing Patsy.
Well, it's great to have everybody here. I want to ask a couple questions to the robotics group first. Just any of you, talk a little bit about what is robotics and what it involves.
So robotics is a program under a group called FIRST, which stands for Inspiration and Recognition Technology. And we have a challenge that's given to us at the start of January, and we have 6 very short weeks to make a robot to go and compete in that challenge. But really, it's about a lot more than that. It's about learning, it's about discovering, and it's a lot about teamwork and leadership, right? I mean, Nolan's our team captain, our software lead. It's really important and really emphasized by FIRST that everything is student run. Mentors are here to mentor and give advice, but at the end of the day, it is a robot in an environment that is constructed and made entirely by the students.
And then Kyle, what's your job? You're the software what?
I am the software lead. So myself and a handful of other people write the code for the robot.
So if you do it right, the robot moves appropriately.
Yep. Well, a lot of other people have to do it right too, right? I mean, there's manufacturing and there's design and CAD. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into making the robot move.
Oh yeah. Andrew, what are your manufacturing?
So on manufacturing, we basically either cut out or 3D print all the parts that build the robot.
So are you guys building the robot at the same time you're programming it, or you got to wait to program it to after it's built?
What happens is manufacturing will build and assemble one kind of subsystem of the robot. So for example, an elevator might get put on, and then the robot gets handed over to software and we have a turn with it. And we get to make that part work and we hand it back to manufacturing to put the next part together.
And Nolan, you have a couple things. You're the president.
Yeah, I'm team captain.
And then which area are you also involved in?
So in past years, I've been involved in electrical, but I also do scouting. So at competitions, when you compete, you're on an alliance of 3 teams. So the purpose of scouting is to figure out what teams we work well with, so we can choose who we want to play with when we get to the finals. So.
And then what are some of the duties of the president?
Well, most of the time I'm just making sure we make deadlines. I'm kind of planning everything out from a really high level logistically and making sure everything kind of comes together as one cohesive package. I'm making sure all of the teams know what it is they need to be doing so that we can, create a competitive robot.
You have to deal sometimes with disagreements and conflict on the team too?
Oh yeah, all the time. There's as with anything, there's always disagreements and conflicts and stuff we got to deal with. But I think as a team, we work through it really well. We do a good job kind of rallying together and solving problems. So,
and then anybody could talk about this. What made you interested in robotics, and what do you enjoy the most about it?
Want to do that, Andrew?
So what drew me to robotics first of all was just word of mouth. And then what made me really stick to it was just the sheer joy of people and stuff that will actually you'll meet and the journey that you'll actually be set on.
Did you start at the junior high or the elementary level with the Legos and the other stuff, or did you go right into ninth grade and this
I
year?
started in 6th grade on Lego League.
Okay, so how much different is it now in ninth grade compared to like sixth, seventh, and eighth?
It is very different because instead of having kits and stuff that we'd have back then, here we have to make everything else by ourselves.
Yeah, it's a lot harder. And then Kyle or Nolan, what kind of attracted you to robotics and what do you like the most about it?
I started with first programs all the way back in first Lego League Explorer, so I've been doing it since really the very beginning. And honestly, Andrew's right. It really is it's the people, right? From start to end, even if it's a mentor who's teaching you something new or if it's a friend who you're just having fun with. The best part of robotics isn't the robot, it's all the people for
Yeah.
sure.
I didn't start until high school, but I've always been super interested in engineering, and FIRST Robotics is one of the best ways to experience STEM at its best in high school. So, and yeah, like they both said, the people, it's awesome here. So we have a lot
How
of fun.
often are you guys practicing now?
Usually 4 days a week. So we'll do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 6 to 9, and then we're also here on Saturdays from 9 to 4. So it's a lot of time, but it's fun. It's worth it.
Yeah, and it's really building up now. I think it, so. Talk a little bit, any one of you, about the competitions that are coming up.
Yeah, competitions are it's really the best part is the payoff of the entire season. Like there's a lot of work, there's a lot of deadlines to be met. And I mean, it isn't always pretty. Sometimes you just got to put your head down and grind through it. But at the end, you get to travel. We're going to RIT and to Ohio this year, and you get to travel. You get to go with all your friends, and it can be really tough competition. I mean, a lot of other teams there, and they put in the same work that you did, and so you've got to be good and you've got to know what you're doing if you're going to succeed.
And once the RIT one is huge. I mean, I've gone to that multiple years. What do
Yeah.
you know? You know the date of the RIT competition this year?
I don't know the exact date, but it is, I think, the 3rd or 4th week of March.
Yeah, I think. And then you're doing how many total competitions?
We do 2 normally. So we have one at RIT, and then we're also doing one in Ohio. And then if we win, we get to go to Worlds in Houston. But
Right.
see what happens.
And you know, behind the scenes, your coaches and the school have been trying to find you a practice place.
Yeah, we've been working on it. Hasn't come to fruition yet, but we're hoping.
So yeah, I think it's amazing how much you get done and your tenacity in the lack of space that we have currently. I know we've been trying to work with 5 other school districts, or actually 4 other school districts, to secure some space. A couple promising leads kind of evaporated, unfortunately. But your coaches are amazing, and the school is definitely 100% behind you trying to figure out what we can do, because I'm assuming if we can get you any better space to practice in, it allows you to actually, not only build the robot, but practice with the robot and whatever task it's supposed to do in a more efficient manner.
Yeah. I mean, testing is the huge thing. It's a little difficult with the limited space we have. It's, having a full field would make it just that much better. So
You guys hang out for a couple of minutes. I'm gonna ask some questions to the performers in Spam-A-Lot, but then I'm gonna come back to you, okay?
Okay.
So, who wants to explain the general plot of Spam-A-Lot? Any one of the 3 amazing actors on this show?
It could be Alex, but he disconnected.
Alex
So
disconnected?
he did.
All right, well, hopefully not on purpose.
No, I hope not.
He'll come back. If he doesn't, Tessa, I trust you, plus Jay.
Okay. Thank you.
You want to talk about the plot?
Sure.
But don't give away
So-
the actual story. Just give the general pieces.
Yeah. So, general thesis is it's about King Arthur, who is on a quest to find the Holy Grail, and he's given that quest from God. And he along the way he finds like a bunch of ragtag group of knights, or people that he turns into knights, really, which is Lancelot, Jaden, Sir Robin, and Sir Galahad, and Sir Bedivere. And then they all go on their little journey, and lots of important plot points happen along the way. And then, yeah, there's a Lady of the Lake as well. There's a whole bunch of different wacky characters that you'll end up seeing.
And then how many musicals you've been involved in your career?
I've been in 8 productions so far for the school, but I also did like community theater at Spotlight Arts.
And
that
so
was, like-
where does this particular show rank up there in terms of interest for you? And
Oh, I
just-
love this show so much. This is like one of the favorite shows that I've ever done.
what makes it so great?
Just like the humor in this show is really like nothing else that I've ever done before, and I really like being a comedic actor. So like if you've seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, it's exactly like that if humor wise. Like for the movie we have a lot of the same bits that they had in the original movie, and then even some that like aren't really in the movie, but they're really good.
It's awesome. And Jay, talk about how you got involved in musicals. You and I talked before the show. You were on a town hall, I think, when you were a freshman. So talk about your kind of career in musicals and how Spamalot kind of ranks up there.
So I got into theater, I must have been 2nd grade, through Victor Parks and Rec, which is something my mom got me into. And then I took a bit of a hiatus, if you will, until 7th grade when I did Annie in the junior high. And I've been doing it since then. I've done some community shows. I'd say this one is number 3 in my favorites. Number 1 was Newsies, which was a community show. And then number 2 would have been The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah. So, of course, you really can't put this in order until you actually go through the 4 shows. At the end of the 4 shows, you might actually have more
true.
fun.
That is true.
You never know, right? Because you're right now you're in the grind.
Right.
Sure.
And Jaden, talk a little bit about, because you're an incredibly well-rounded young adult. Talk about some of the stuff that you also do in school or have done.
In school, I've gone to many all-county and 1 all-state performances for band. I'm on the varsity swim team. Our season just ended. I played football for 1 year. I'm in the high school jazz band. I'm in the varsity choir. I do a lot of stuff at the school. I do
Yeah,
everything.
you do. And what's kind of caused you to get so involved? Because it's obviously awesome to hear all the different things you've done, but it's also, it puts a lot of time. You put a lot of time into it. So what do you think have been the benefits of just doing some of all the different things in your high school career?
I'm always on my feet. Never a dull moment in my life, I just keep moving. And a lot of learning experiences have come with it. So it's great to have all this stuff to do and to be able to do all of it.
Yeah. And Tessa, what beyond performing arts, what are you interested in? What else, like, what gets you interested in school and things?
I was on the JV tennis team for 2 years, and then I was on varsity for 1 year, and I had to give that up for the musical now just because it's a time commitment thing, but very fun still. I did all county jazz choir this year, and then I'm in the regular show choir too.
What is it about performing arts, do you think, that helps you just, well, A, I guess that you enjoy about it, and B, kind of helps you in life and just in your future as you move out of high school?
I think definitely it gives you the best foundation that you could ever have in like public speaking and just putting yourself out there and stuff, which is so helpful for like even job interviews and like anything going forward. It's really helpful to like be out there like presentation wise. And then I used to be like really shy until I got into theater, so I credit that with all of my personality now.
That's awesome. Guess who's back, I think.
Is it?
Alex, could you tell, you're on mute.
Hi, sorry. I went on my
You are.
phone.
You all right?
Yeah, sorry.
All right, listen, Tessa and Jay have done an amazing job explaining just about everything about the play. But you've had also, along with those two and many others, have an incredible performing arts career. Talk a little bit about what you most enjoy about Spam-A-Lot and what you're looking forward to in terms of the performance coming up.
Sure, I'll try not to repeat anything. I mean, it's just a lot of fun. It's a very silly show compared to like I feel like we've done a lot of very like sad, very emotional things going on for the past couple of years, and it's really fun to kind of do a more comedic approach to like acting and things. It's very different, and it's very nice to like be able to like expand my repertoire. You know what I mean? It's very fun. I like it.
What is it? I asked Tessa this too.
Mhm.
What is it about performing arts that is really important to you and sort of will help you, you think, as you move out of high school this year?
Oh, sure. I mean, it's just a very easy way to express myself. I feel like I in my youth I tried a lot of different things and I just didn't find my spark with anything. So it's just what stuck with me, and it's a very welcoming environment. We're all very friendly with each other. It's all just very positive for me. Yeah.
How important are the other people? I mean, it's such a huge group of people that support
Yeah.
an ensemble. So you got your stage crew, you got your orchestra, you got
Mhm.
others. Like, how important are those? Any of you can answer this one. Like, how important are those people to the success of the show?
I
I
think.
mean, oh,
No, you go, Jaden. You go, Jaden.
okay. So I mean, obviously without a pit orchestra, without stage crew, without the makeup and hair team, we wouldn't really. I mean, it would just be actors moving on a stage. We'd be pale as a ghost. So I mean, no music, no set. So I mean, they're very helpful. Your turn, Alex. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say. I mean, everybody plays a role. All there's so many moving pieces to everything. There's so many aspects of the show that you have to get right. So everyone is important. Everyone brings something to the table, and yeah,
And it's kind of like any team or organization.
sure, yeah, yeah.
Always going to be
Yeah.
people who are out in front on the stage, and then there's always going to be people behind the scenes who do maybe just as, if not more important work to make the people on the stage, be successful. So I think it's a great lesson in terms of any team or organizations you're going to be part of as you move through life. So I think that's awesome.
Mhm.
I'm going to go back to the robotics group, and last question for you guys individually, obviously, is what's your so we got two juniors and a freshman. So what are your plans around robotics next year? And then can you give a shout out to a faculty or staff member in Victor that's really made a huge difference, a huge positive difference in your life? And any one of you can go.
I mean, next year I just want to go bigger and better, right? I mean, cleaner code, faster robot, like let's win more, let's win by more. Um, I feel like there's a lot of potential for improvement no matter how good you get. And then as for a person, there are a lot of really great staff at Victor. There's a lot of super helpful people, and everybody's super nice. Um, Honestly, the mentors here are incredible. Like I said before, everybody's so willing to teach and lend a helping hand. And for me, the most important person is definitely Mr. Marchetti. He's our kind of lead software mentor. He's taught me basically everything I know, besides things that were taught for me, like by Xander or some other senior students. But he's really incredible. He's taught me everything I know, and he's really helped the team along a lot.
And Kyle, I know you're going to be a senior next year. So what area are you most interested in? Like, I know you haven't decided what you're doing yet in terms of college. I don't think
Yeah.
anyway. But
I'm,
like,
I'm
what area are you kind of gravitating towards?
definitely leaning towards computer science. Mr. Weiss as well. He's an incredible teacher. I should throw him in here.
So computer science, and then that
Yeah.
certainly has strong application to the robotics stuff you're doing too.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Who wants to go next?
Um, so the thing I would love to improve next year would be just efficiency of doing stuff. Everything's just been slow because of all the mistakes and stuff that's been made. I'd
Yep.
love to just eliminate those. As for person, Mr. Neri, who's our had mentor for manufacturing, is the person that taught me everything that I know about manufacturing, and the person I still go to when I have questions.
Are you, how many freshmen are on the team? Andrew,
Tough question.
how many, is that right?
Roughly.
Yeah, I think we have around like 6 to 7 freshmen.
All right, so you're not alone as the youngest member of the team.
Yeah.
That's good. And talk about the hat. What's the hat again?
So the hat is basically worn by someone that wants safety there. So it's worn by the person that's enforcing safety at the time. Just the symbol to tell people who's actually in charge, and if you actually hurt yourself, you just report to the person so they can actually do first aid on you.
That's good. So you know first aid?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, well, thank you. And then Nolan as the captain.
Yeah.
What are you thinking in terms of next year? I know obviously you're a senior, so just talk a little bit about your interests and then where you want to see robotics go as the president and certainly somebody to shout out.
So next year, obviously, I want to see this team, do better. Obviously, I want to see us, win. It's been a while since we've won a regional, so I'm looking to do that again. After first, I'm obviously looking to get into engineering. I love it. It's been great. So if I had to give a shout out to anybody, it's got to be our new coach, Mr. Shevlin. He's really helped me out, with my leadership skills and learning how to, manage a team and lead us to success.
So he's actually had a big impact, not just on the technical part of the job, but really more importantly on the leadership aspects of it.
Yeah.
Right. And if you listen to the three of you earlier, you talked a lot about the camaraderie of the team. And so this idea of working with each other, dealing effectively with conflict, and then ultimately being a team, a group of people you like hanging out with, which I think can be the same, which was actually said already and is the same for the actors in and actresses in Spamalot, which I think makes a great team. So thank you. Stay on for a second.
Yeah.
Any of the three from Spamalot who wants to go first? Talk a little bit about, now you're easier to talk about because you're seniors. Talk about what your goals are for next year, and then maybe a shout out to somebody who's been an impact on your life here at Victor.
I can go because I think I'm the only unmuted one now. But next year, I'm planning to study something sort of similar to environmental science. It's a little bit more specific at each of my schools that I have, but I do hope to still be involved in like either community theater or like theater at my college or anything. It's just a really nice community that I don't really want to let go of. But
I'm
As
sorry to interrupt you, but I
Yeah.
think it's pretty cool. You're going to do environmental science at this point in your life. I mean, obviously you could change your mind anytime, but you're interested in the sciences, but you're also interested in music and acting and just I guess the combination of those two things. That's pretty neat. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're good. As far as staff appreciation goes, I think I have to recognize Mr. Coughlin here, just because I've had him for all 4 years of high school. Not a year went by that I didn't have him, and not a year went by that he wasn't like really helpful for me. Like as a teacher, he taught me so much, and like as in terms of like good note taking, like good like curriculum, everything, and then being involved with theater too. Obviously, I know that side of things too. He helped me like break out of my shell, I guess, whether that's like reading Romeo and Juliet in 9th grade and being forced to be Juliet. But he's just really awesome.
It's great, Tessa. Thank you. And thank you for your leadership and everything you've done for our school district, really. So who wants to go next?
I can go. Is that okay, Jaden? Is that all good?
Yep, you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to top that. Next year, currently, I don't know where I'm going to go yet, but I plan to go undecided, and I want to try and figure out what I want to do, and I know that college will help me with that. So, and I mean, same thing as Tessa. I really hope to be able to continue do some form of theater outside of high school because it's so great. It's such a great hobby. It's such a great thing to do. I love it. And I would like to appreciate Mrs. Brewer. She is the head of the pit, the orchestra, and she's always down there conducting for us. She's a great musician, very positive person. She knows what she's doing and she does it well, and she's taught me everything I know for these past 4 years, and I've known her since 7th grade. She helps out with the junior high shows, and I did those too, and she's just always been there. She's really great, and that's really all I have to say.
Awesome, Alex. And I think it's pretty cool you're going undecided and you're in your own words, you're going to figure out what you want to do.
Yes.
I've watched you perform many times and I've seen you obviously, and you got a great reputation as a leader and as a person. And I think the problem with you is you have so many options. So, which is a great problem to have. So just make sure you do whatever you decide to do, make sure you love it. And thanks for everything you've done as well as a senior. And last but certainly not least, Jaden.
So next year, I'm going to Nazareth University for music education. Obviously, I would be super sad, like the other two, if I couldn't participate in theater outside of high school. But I know Naz has a great music program and probably a great theater program over there too.
Yes, they do.
In terms of teacher appreciation, really, I think all of our directors, I mean, we should appreciate all of them. Because they all do such a great job helping us put these shows together. But if I had to pick one, I'd have to go with Mr. Hawkinson, just because I wouldn't be where I am right now as an actor without his guidance. He's been a great influence on me through my years of high school theater.
Well, yeah. First of all, every one of the robotics kids. There's like now a couple of people in the robotics kids shows I don't actually know, but I'm definitely going to reach out because the work they're doing is, from outside our district to help our kids is amazing. But Jaden, as I said earlier, you're so well-rounded. You've done so many different things. You continue to push yourself and try things. I think that's a huge skill that's going to serve you extremely well outside of high school. But you're going to, just like every one of the 6 or the 3 of seniors on this show, you're going to be a huge loss for us. So I just want to thank everybody on this town hall. The robotics is an amazing group of people and it's an amazing organization. We're going to continue to promote it as much as possible. Good luck, guys, on your competitions, and we'll continue to try to work with you to get you the right spaces so you can do the best work possible. Love the camaraderie on that team, and I can't wait to go to RIT. And then certainly Spam-A-Lot. Let me put a plug in there. March 6th through 8th, 7 p.m. in the junior high, senior high Arts Center. Plus an additional show will be Saturday, March 8th at 1 p.m. These shows are packed, so get your tickets fast. It's going to be an amazing musical, and I can't wait to see it. So thanks, everybody, for coming on tonight. I know you're very busy people, and good luck with everything, and have a great evening, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.
very much.